We need to talk. This is going to be a doozy. I don't film these personal updates often because I really like to make my content more about you guys than about me, because my passion is to help you and to help others. But I think we can make an exception for this. Hold on to your pants or trousers or whatever you want to call them. So you may have noticed that things have been a little bit more erratic with my online presence recently. It has definitely not been on purpose, but oh my gosh, so much has happened in the last 4 months. It blows my mind, actually. So first of all, I want to say that we have reached a massive milestone on this channel. And I definitely want to start by saying a specific thank you to all of you for making this possible. I love what I do. I legit love it, and I love you guys. I even had my first commentary video made about me, which was an experience to watch. I'll let you guys draw your own conclusion, especially from this screenshot. I will say this, the guy who did it about me pretty much ended up agreeing with 90% of the things that I said, even though I don't think he wanted to. And actually, he leaned very heavily on trying to make a very clickbait video about me, and it just didn't work. But you know what? At the end of the day, I just appreciate you guys, my community, my followers, my subscribers, people from the Twitch days, people from Instagram. I can do what I do because you guys are here. Now for the juicy stuff. I'm a little nervous about this. Okay, so I had my 8th or 9th, I've actually lost count, procedure on my spine just before Christmas. The plan was this was going to be like the last one that was going to really help my quality of life. It was meant to fix a lot of things and just allow me to be able to move more and have a higher quality of life. But actually, instead of dramatically improving things, it actually made things worse. It just utterly failed, honestly. So that has made recovery, especially in the first quarter of this year, not easy. It's been very hard, and I really did not plan for this to happen, and it did have a huge effect on my content. To make matters worse, the funding for my hospital has fallen through. So apparently this has been happening a lot within the NHS. I don't have a consultant anymore, and I don't have a hospital I'm being seen for my spine and the chronic pain. Don't really know what I'm gonna do. So that has all been also playing on my mind too. It was pretty depressing for a while at the beginning of the year, and even now it's still really hard because I'm in a lot of pain all the time. So as you can appreciate, it's really made my content creation much slower than it was before. So they do say that love is a good medicine. Did just say the L word. I have been keeping this on the down low for the last few months. Life is going now at such a warp speed that I really need to come on here and share and spill the details. I am in a serious long distance relationship with my boyfriend Nick, who lives in the US, since December. And I have traveled more in the last 3 months than I've allowed myself to travel in the last 8 years. So I've actually known Nick for the last 5.5 years, and he's been one of my best friends. And I don't say that lightly. Yes, we have gone through our own ups and downs. But, you know, I've always prayed to have the chance to build a strong friendship with someone before I romantically get involved, and I got my wish. We have had such a solid friendship, and now it's made a perfect foundation to build a relationship on. I actually met Nick through my streaming days on Twitch. He was a friend of a friend, and actually a lot of my good friends now that I've actually met through Twitch. Like, you know, Hire, Rocco, Namus, Player, Steven, Epic, Britt, Brownie, Rio. Gosh, I'm gonna leave someone out. Hung and Corey, who I actually know in the US. I've met so many amazing people through Twitch, and I'm grateful for it. And I just so happened to meet the love of my life on there too. Life is ironic sometimes. So I've been back to America twice in the last couple months. One trip was very much planned, and the other one more recently was definitely not planned. But I had to go over to the US to sort some things out, which I could only do like in the last few weeks. So I had to go over there. As you can imagine, someone like me who's been housebound for years, now all of a sudden putting my body through grueling international travel has been a lot. It's been definitely a change. Also, to make matters that little bit worse, just before my last trip, I got the flu when I was here in the UK. When I went over to the US, still recovering from the flu, I caught what I can only assume was the American version of this flu, and I got really sick again. So since coming back home, it's been very much recovering, not only from the travel, but recovering from flu. And for those of you who follow me on Instagram, you'll know that 2 days after I touched down back in England, I then had to go back into hospital to have a neuro procedure, and the treatment also takes a toll on my body as well. This particular procedure, this treatment, I have severely reacted to it. So TLDR, my body feels like it's grinded to a halt right now, and I'm trying to recover from everything the best that I can, as well as getting used to needing a new level of energy to cope with all the new activities and stress and things that are going on in life. But and I do have a big but, just ask people. I've also enrolled on a special course that I'm so excited about. I have been feverishly working on for the last few weeks, even when I was in the US. And it's all because I've been working on a really exciting project that I have in the works I'll be announcing in the coming weeks. So life has gone from like nothing happening to everything happening all at once. And you know, for anyone who needs to hear this, who's watching, I felt for many years that my life was one big Groundhog Day. I just felt like I was living the same life, the same day over and over and over and over again. And it was so gnawing. Like it was so depressing. It was so lonely. I felt the weight of hopelessness. And I just used to be like, you know, God, is anything ever going to change? Like, is this how my life is always going to be day in and day out? Because this is depressing and this is just not what I want. And I feel so sad. I know the feeling and the weight of thinking that nothing is ever going to change. And I hope that I can just be an encouragement to you that there is hope on the horizon. It might not seem like it's anywhere near you now, but a lot of times in life, things will just happen in the blink of an eye and then everything will change. I just want you to hear that from someone who lived a life where I really honestly didn't feel like life would ever change for me. I thought that this was it and that I had to learn to be content and happy with what I had, which was not a lot. God always works in very mysterious ways and oftentimes when we don't even know what's going on. But I'm so excited about the future and I really, honest to God, never thought I'd say that and mean it. And I'm really looking forward to all the ways I'm going to be showing up for you guys because you guys are also my priority too. My heart really is to help people. And I've learned so much through the many years of singleness that I've had to walk through, as well as now navigating a serious long distance relationship and all the life that has happened in between those two things. Please give me some patience and grace in the next couple months as I navigate this very different season of life. I have not had such a full schedule in life for over a decade, and I'm trying so hard to avoid any burnout and also to avoid any flare-ups that happen because of my chronic illness. I really pray that I can find my own rhythm and grind that will match my pace as well as my complicated health circumstances. I do this because I love you guys. I do this because I want to show up to you guys in the ways that really matter. Make sure you keep watching for another relationship, singleness, and love video that will be coming next, and I will see you guys very, very soon.